Good morning.
Good morning.
You feel like a little more alive today.
I feel alive today. I feel good today.
I feel so alive.
Get out of we share a fucking
Really?
brain. I was listening to POD yesterday.
Really?
Because this week, or was it last week, I started watching Blue Crush. And then I got into a whole thing yesterday. Well, it was a quadruple feature in the Kathan household in my bedroom because I was not feeling well, so I didn't get out of bed. But watched 10 Things I Hate About You, Drive Me Crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Wish Upon a Star.
What?
Yeah, I had like one of those days. And then one of the scariest, most horrible movies I've ever seen.
What's it called?
Have you ever seen Lolita?
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to Disrespectfully
With Katie Maloney.
and Dayna Kathan.
Unapologetically.
We're here to do what we want to do.
Spilling the tea.
Babe, you're going to see the power of women. Like,
Disrespectfully.
okay.
Yeah, I can't believe, how did that movie get made? Twice.
Twice. It got made. I was Googling all over Reddit. I hate watch the whole thing. I had to fast forward through so much of it. That's on the list of big movies or that were, in the zeitgeist and controversial that I just had never seen. So I watched it, going into it not really knowing. I was so angry the entire time. The way that the movie even romanticized. Is it based off a book?
I believe, yeah, I believe so.
Allison, have you seen it? I hardly remember it.
0 out of 10, don't recommend.
0 out of 10, don't recommend. But the way that it is a 40-year-old man. I'm just going to spoil it for you now if you haven't seen it. 40-year-old man dates a 14-year-old when he's 14. She's the love of his life. She dies. So then he spends the rest of his life looking for her and a child. And he meets he moves in with this woman. It's based in like the 50s. Her 12-year-old daughter, the first time he looks at her, he like stops because she's sitting underneath a sprinkler and she looks up and smiles at him. She has a retainer in.
Yeah.
She's a fucking retainer in. And then the mom dies and he takes the girl and she's calling him dad because her dad is also dead. But then she's being assaulted basically because I'm not going to call that sex because you can't consent when you're fucking 12, particularly not to a 40-year-old. So anyway, he goes insane and then he hits her a lot and it's the weirdest thing I've ever seen and I cannot believe.
Again, how did it get made? Well, I think there's a few reasons.
Well, even like the older, I know that you're acting, but like I've never seen that, like a child.
Yeah, like did her parents have to be on set every day just to like?
Oh, I think that was made I think that was, they probably were like, okay, bye, go make the family. I mean, I don't know their family, maybe they're nice, but I imagine a parent that would let a child do that. I'm not a parent, but I have nieces and if Lenny was 12, I wouldn't let her be acting in a film like that.
Yeah, I'm not a parent, but I have a conscience.
Yeah, that's literally crazy. So you're looking bright as well. You look really cute today.
It's good. I had a very relaxing weekend. I wanted my goal this weekend was to do nothing. I wanted to like sit on the couch in the air conditioning because it was so hot, watch TV, cuddle with the dogs, and that's exactly what we did.
Well, we had dinner on Friday, but you know what I love? We're on an early dinner streak.
Early dinner is so daddy.
It's, I mean, what a perfect segue to daddy list.
I know.
But it is daddy. And I love people who are like, hey, should we get together at like 6 p.m.?
They're like, is 5:30 too early? No. It's perfect.
I love it. It's the best possible time for a meal.
Yeah, because then you can like eat, feel comfortable, feel relaxed, go home, have a sit. It's like, it's not just like going to dinner and then going to bed.
I stayed later than you did, but I was home in bed by 7:30, which was really nice. And then I had an event Saturday and I was just so tired. So I wanted laziness in between my stuff that I was doing, but felt good to do. I kept like, I don't know if it's the capitalism brain rot, but I kept telling myself because I was just in bed. Literally, I got up to shower, got back in bed, and then I was like, I think I'll just stay here. I don't really have any plans. So this is just where I'm going to be. And I was like, that's pretty crazy. But if you can and you have the chance to have a full day to watch movies in bed, I really recommend it.
I highly recommend. I think it's good for the soul. It's good for the body.
I wasn't
emotionally regulating. I love it.
I wasn't even on TikTok. And it's not like we did Pilates on Saturday. So it's not like I didn't move at all. I like moved my body at some point, but then I just decided.
Oh yeah, I got a massage this weekend. I was LIVIN.
Wow, you just said it was so smooth the way you just dropped that. Was it the kind that really hurt, like your hardcore one, or was it like a feel good?
It was like a relaxing massage. Okay. I haven't done a lymphatic in a minute, but yeah, it was just very relaxing. My back, I remember Pilates and I was like, I got like a knot in like this, when it's like the center between your shoulder blades and it's just so uncomfortable. It feels like you can't even catch your breath. I don't know how to explain it, but I got it all worked out. Got this meat moved around.
On Saturday?
Yesterday.
Oh, yesterday. Also, everyone should know that Katie is in a phase of life that includes knee, what do we call it? A knee brace, compression, and wrist braces at Pilates. She walked in and it was incredible. She was wearing a unitard that was short with 2 compression things on her knees and wrist guards. And I was like, what? I don't even know how to describe the look. Like you're like Laura Croft, but for
like
those
arthritic.
aging.
I'm like an arthritic. Laura Croft. It was tragic. But I like my knees hurt. And
No,
I
you
can't
should
do
support
like
them.
a plank for more than 30 seconds without my wrist wanting to explode.
You know what? My wrists have always been weak in Pilates, and I don't quite know what that is. So even when I've been doing Pilates for like 7 years, and I remember even at the start, that was always hard for me. So maybe I should guard it up too.
It's from being a cheerleader for 2 years of my life.
Those 2 years really
Yeah,
made an
it
impact.
wreaked havoc on my wrist.
Totally. I mean, I never was a cheerleader.
It's an old what do you call
sports
it?
injury.
Sports. Wow. Wait, do we want to do daddy list?
Yes, but let me give a
Okay.
quick circle back before, because I'm wearing a Boys Lie shirt because I now own Boys Lie things.
I'm wearing Boys Lie
because I
too.
wanted to tell everyone. So if you guys want 3 episodes this week of the 2 of us, please go listen to the Boys Lie episode that will be out on Thursday.
Mhm.
So tomorrow, by the time you're listening to this, hopefully you listen to it right when it drops. But we did their podcast.
Oh yeah. We made the trek out to Marina Del Rey. If you know, you know.
It was the weird. It's just Marina Del Rey is just so far.
Marina Del Rey is the hardest point to get to
Ugh.
in LA from LA. Venice and Marina, like they're on another planet.
Yeah, that's long distance. If you're in a relationship in Los Angeles and you live on the east side of any kind, even, I mean, Bev Hills, anything, you go to Marina Del Rey, you're in a long distance relationship.
Exactly.
But we went on it. It was super fun. We obviously love them. We're having a bite with them tonight. And
Mhm.
they were extremely gracious. It was in their really cool studio. And they gave us so much
Yeah,
shit.
they're like showroom that they had an item of everything that they've ever made,
Yeah, which was
basically.
it-
And we got to pick some stuff out.
I was like, I feel like Pretty Woman right now.
I
I
know.
feel like Julia Roberts. But then they also sent me a package. So I went from having 0 matching sweatsuits to having like 4 matching
Wow.
sweatsuits. I'm like, and this tank top the cut of it is incredible. And the dress I wore on Saturday was Boys Lie. And I think that they're mostly sweats, but they have clothes too. Like
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
mix of stuff.
It's 90% of the time I'm wearing Boys Lie.
Yeah.
It's that crazy.
Is that what your sweatshirt is?
Yep. Their thermals are the most comfortable things ever. And then I have these like little thermal pink shorts on.
Their thermal material is very special.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Mhm.
It was so cute. I wore it to our thing on Friday. Anyway, so go check that out. And so they're on the daddy list, but who's on your daddy list?
Besides early dinners, did you see the woman who was vacationing in Italy and she got pickpocketed and she snatched a little girl's ponytail and dragged her down the street? And these little girls, I'm calling them little girls because they look young, but they're not like kids.
I think they were adults.
They were maybe like 20, I'd say. And she starts screaming, the girl with whose ponytail she's got, police, police. And she's, the woman looks at her, she goes, honey, I got 8 kids. You're not getting to me. And the police come and take the girls away because of course they were the ones in the wrong. And the woman did end up recovering her. It was like, I think she had a backpack, but in her backpack was a purse with like her wallet and her passport and everything. But I just thought I watched it like, I don't know, 16 times on loop.
It was incredible. She held her ponytail for 50 minutes while they waited for police to arrive. 50.
I didn't know that.
Would not let her go. And you know what? Good for you. You did the right
Good.
thing. And the grip on it, you could tell when she said, I have 8 kids. I was like, daddy.
No, it was so dead because I think pickpocketing and it's I know it's a big problem in the majority of Europe. And I know you can be as conscious of your belongings and I think that like it still happens. And I think that it's just gross, robbing people off their person. So yeah, I say more of that.
More of that. Well, and particularly if you're talking about your passport, like
Mhm.
that's such a huge deal. If anyone's passport gets taken, it's what a pain in the ass and a nightmare
Mhm.
situation. So more holding onto ponytails when people rob you. Love that.
Drag them down the street.
And the way that the pickpocketer was the one yelling for police is so
Rich.
incredible. It's luxe. It's just incredible to me.
Yeah. Do you want the police to come?
You're
Why?
like, sure,
Because
yeah,
she's-
let's get him. Let's have the police come.
yeah. Make more noise. Let's get them over here.
Yeah.
Maybe they come sooner.
One more time for the cheap seats in the back.
Yeah. So that's my daddy list.
Is that the whole daddy list? I think mine
Yeah.
is short today too. Doing a closet purge and organize.
Oh yeah.
There is nothing better. So for how type A I am and how neat I am, my closets and my bathroom drawers, you're in the regular, you're throwing things around. They get really crazy, but then I hit a breaking point and then I have to do like hours long, like take everything out, reorganize it, put it back in. And I typically have my clothes color coordinated and like by sleeve length, which is obviously majority of that section is black. And then like the clothes are over here, but in rainbow order. And it was just so fucked up. And then the girls gave me all this new stuff. And I hate putting new things into like messy places.
Mm-hmm.
And I really had to be honest with myself about what I was going to wear and not wear. And it feels nice. Like I did a bag for Goodwill because I was like, yeah, I'm done. I never wear these. I need to put,
I've been doing that for, it feels like weeks now because with Nick moving in, I'm like trying to like make as much room as possible. But I never really quite properly set up my closet. I never really like organized it when I first moved in a year ago. So I'm trying to come up with like some type of system and if anyone like has some advice or knows a closet organizer, please get at me because I need some help.
I think for me, it's just always going to be cyclical that I do this. It's the chaos and then the calm and the chaos and the calm. But
I mean, that's one thing. And I get that, like when it gets to a mess and you kind of like toss things in places and shove things in places. But when it doesn't have any like real system in itself, like right now, like everything needs to be reworked. That's where I'm at.
Well,
which is frustrating.
And you have so much stuff, but also to make room for a second person. Also, you haven't told them yet that you guys are moving together, have you?
Oh, I just did.
You haven't yet.
Yeah.
Nick's moving in, guys. It's very exciting stuff. I paused to be like, wait, are you going to expand on that? But then
I didn't realize I hadn't shared that.
It's very exciting stuff.
And I'm very excited. I know it's gonna be good. But that's fun. He moved his TV into our place, like into our bedroom now. And it's huge. So I feel like I'm in a movie theater. And I love like a big ass TV in a bedroom. That's daddy, actually.
That's daddy. Because I didn't have a TV in there for so long, I have the chiclet. Because my room is like shorter than my living room, it is fine. Like I could do a bigger TV, but every time I watch that and then I go in the living room to a grown-up size TV now, I'm like, how are you watching this for 4 years without binoculars? It's so crazy. No, it's very strange, very serial killer behavior. Like
I know. You were still Michael Scott with your little TV.
Whenever I want to make room for guests, I just put it
pop it back in there. As the summer winds down, I'm all about refreshing my wardrobe with staple pieces for the season ahead. Quince nails it with luxe essentials that feel effortless and look polished and perfect for layering and mixing. Their styles are so versatile, I find myself reaching for them again and again and again.
And again. Think chic cashmere and cotton sweaters starting at just $40, washable silk tops, and classic denim pants. Timeless styles you'll keep coming back to.
The best part? Everything with Quince is half the cost of similar brands.
You want me to break that down for you, how they do that?
Yeah.
By working directly with top artisans and cutting out the middleman, Quince gives you luxury without the markup. And Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices and premium fabrics and finishes.
You know I'm obsessed with the black 100% leather oversized bomber jacket, and it's literally perfect. You guys have to check it out.
Maybe I will. Elevate your fall wardrobe essentials with Quince. Go to quince.com/disrespectfully for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns.
That's QUINCE.com/disrespectfully to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/disrespectfully. We spend so much time caring for the skin on our face, but what about our neck? And with summer in full swing, your neck and chest are more exposed than ever. Whether you're rocking sundresses, swimsuits, or strappy tops, your neck is out there for the world to see. And it's one of the first places that show signs of aging.
Yeah, mine was looking like a horse clam recently, and then, now we have GoPure. That's why GoPure Beauty created their revolutionary Tighten and Lift Neck Cream. Perfect for your summer skincare routine, powered by clinically proven active ingredients. This advanced formula is designed to visibly firm, smooth, and rejuvenate that delicate skin on your neck and chest in as little as 4 to 8 weeks.
Here's the thing. The skin on your neck is thinner, more delicate, and less oily than the skin on your face, which means it needs some extra love, especially in the sun and heat. GoPure's Firming Complex targets the unique concerns of the neck while nourishing and strengthening your skin for a more lifted, youthful look, so you can feel confident showing a little more skin this summer.
All GoPure products are cruelty-free, paraben-free, and sulfate-free, so you know you're giving your skin clean, effective care without harsh chemicals or compromises. GoPure isn't just about transforming the skin on your neck. They have a full line of science-backed skin and body care to tighten, lift, and smooth skin from head to toe.
From powerful, targeted body creams to deeply hydrating retinol moisturizers, every product is packed with clean, effective ingredients that deliver real results without the harsh chemicals or hefty price. GoPure over-delivers on value with over 100,000 real women with real results.
With over 1 million jars sold, this beauty secret is no longer a secret. For a limited time, our listeners get 25% off GoPure with code disrespectfully at checkout. Just head to gopurebeauty.com and use code disrespectfully and you're all set. And after you buy, do us a favor, please, 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 when they ask you where you heard about GoPure, tell them it was from our show.
Oh, also,
What?
I showed you this morning in a text. Spice Girls DVD. Spice World DVD.
Okay, I was going to ask you, did you get that specifically for us or did your mom send it to you?
No, I bought it.
Oh my Oh, I don't know. I thought maybe she found it in your treasures or something.
No, I ordered that shit.
Oh,
but I have a DVD player, so
next step is to order the DVD player.
No, I have a DVD
Oh,
player.
you do have a DVD player. We can watch it today if we wanted.
And I know. Well, we want to wait till Fleur gets back. But anyways.
I just saying that you have all the parts to do it.
I have all the pieces and the parts. Can I tell you something that I came up with? I feel like it's a new segment that is just Katie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, do you want me to leave?
Compiling. No.
Okay.
I've been compiling my high thoughts.
Okay.
And I thought I'd share them with you.
Yeah.
These are not thoughts that have been thoroughly researched. I understand you could Google it, but the point of a high thought is you sit there and hypothesize while you're high, like what it could possibly be. Okay. The first one I came up with is who and how and what do we name the planets? Like in our solar system, whatever, we got Earth and Pluto and Mars and Neptune, Uranus, whatever the fuck, Jupiter. And then outside of that, they're like, because I saw a post that was like, we discovered a planet that's twice the size of Earth, but like a lot like Earth, but mostly covered in ocean. And its name was like TOI 9227. I'm like, how do you go
Was
from
it one of
Earth
Elon
to
Musk's
that?
children?
I don't know, but how did what is the strategy and logic behind naming planets?
I'm not an astronomer, so I'm not totally sure, but aren't those like some of those named after people?
Earth?
Like Pluto?
Okay, I was thinking because of us, like with the Greeks, and the Greek gods, like with like all the constellations, that maybe they had a lot to do with the naming of the planets. But like, so we're just lacking whimsy with naming the rest of them? We can like do like the Greeks did.
No, I like that. I think going back to something more fun and less scientific. The world's hard enough.
Yeah.
I would say.
I don't just want an ID badge. I want to get excited. If you want me to get excited about these new planets, give them a good name.
Also, I know there's someone out there listening thinking we're dumb right now, but why is Pluto now a star? Can you imagine being raised as a planet and then one day it's just stripped away from you, that title?
Yeah.
Why did that happen? Allison, do
I
you
don't
know?
Would you rather be a star or planet?
Size? I thought size didn't matter.
It doesn't.
Apparently, if you're fucking Pluto, it does.
Is it more of a chemical thing? Like, what is it? What are the compounds that make it up? I don't know.
Also, Uranus.
Also, I sound so scientific right now. I love it.
I think that some people pronounce it Uranus. So I don't know if it's right, but is it just because they don't want to say Uranus?
Uranus?
Like, you guys, why do we have to call it that?
Grow up.
Grow up. That's crazy.
Okay.
Anus is such a crazy word.
I know.
Does it describe an asshole like your anus?
Like they couldn't just give it like a regular name.
Yeah, like Bob. But they called it Uranus.
They could just call it a bop. They gotta call it anus. Okay. Oh, and then I wonder if like other solar systems with their own like planets and moons and all that shit, they probably have their own like astrology.
100%.
What's
Everything's.
that like?
I mean, the problem with space is I find it so scary, and I don't want to go there. Like I'll die on
is
this
the
planet.
ocean scary or the space?
Space.
I think space is too.
No, are you kidding? I love the ocean. I love being
anything
in the
that's
ocean.
infinite that we don't know the ends of. We know that the ocean ends at some point. I can deal with that. There is a bottom of the floor. Space? I don't know.
There's places inside places inside places.
Inside places.
Our mind can't even
and
grasp
we're like
that.
a dot in this whole huge. I can't. In the Milky Way, are we just like a little, like our solar system, like a little speck in it? I hate it.
It's an ant to something
and
else.
And there's other galaxies. How do we know that even? I don't know. See, this is beyond my pay grade. But the other high thought I was having was skin. How,
as in the largest organ?
How it just repairs itself.
Crazy.
Is crazy. And I know there's science behind this, but don't think about it in science. Just think about how like you cut, it hurts, it stings, it bleeds, and then the next thing you can hardly tell where that was.
No, it's
the
wild.
way it just knows how to just like fix itself is so cool.
It has just a little construction crew at night that comes down to work on your scab or your boo-boo.
Cells and like putting things back together, and it just sometimes it overheals a little bit, and then you have a little keloid.
Mm-hmm. I have a little fucking. Do you see that? I've described that more as a scar.
What is this?
So I had this this, and it was like 3 lines on my hand. When I was with Brittany and the kids, we were stuck in horrific traffic and with 2 little kids trying to get to where we were, Crescent Bar, the place we were staying
Did
for a
you
few
put
days.
your nail in you?
I was playing with Ro, and I looked over at Lenny because I was trying to because they were melting down. And I looked over at Lenny to pay attention to her, and Ro tried to get my attention by scratching she went like this, and babies just have really, really sharp
Razor
fingers.
sharp.
So she fucking got me, and it's a little scar now, and she didn't even do it as a mean way. She's just a baby. But I was like, this was a wound, and now it's a scar. But the other 2 are gone.
I think it's just so crazy how our bodies can do that.
Well, and also your eyes heal really fast when you have issues, and certain things that heal faster than others.
And cuts in your mouth heal so quickly, and then there's stuff that never fucking heals. I just think skin is such a crazy cool thing that we have.
It is. I love when your brain takes you there. I specifically remember a stoned thought I had when I was 16, because it was the first time that I didn't freak out when I got high, and I got high intentionally with my friend to watch Disney movies, and we were watching Beauty and the Beast. And as I'm watching it, there's the scene with the wolves, and the beast, comes to save her, but he gets all fucked up. So he's unconscious. Next thing we know, he's still unconscious. He's draped on the back of a horse, and Belle is pulling the horse. And I paused the movie, and I was like, how did she get him on the horse?
I think about that all the time.
I think about it all the time still to this day. I was like, what a plot hole.
It is.
How did you get on the horse? That beast is probably half a ton.
And I know we're not supposed to think like that and question those things because it's just a movie. But no, I like an explanation.
Raleigh always gets mad at me about this because one time we were watching Pinocchio, and the mean whale is snoozing at the bottom of the ocean. And I was like, that's not what whales do. And she was like, Dana, there's boys that turn into donkeys, and you didn't say anything about that. So this is a cartoon. So I hate to be that person, but I so often am. I know that people aren't perfect in creating movies, but I hate when there's that. I personally can't let it go.
I know.
I get stuck on that.
I'll try to be like, it's just a movie. It's just a movie. But I agree. It's going to stick with me.
Speaking of things that have stuck with me,
what?
This might be alleged. So Allison, I might need you to look this up, but I heard that is another group of billionaires looking to go to the Titanic, but it's obviously in a much more sound craft. But I just thought that was really interesting stuff.
Sure about that.
U.S. billionaire real estate investor Larry Connor plans to travel to the Titanic shipwreck in a specially designed submersible within a year. Oh boy.
Okay, so then it wasn't just
Is this the weird rich man Olympics?
Totally.
Is this where what it comes down to is they've done and exhausted everything that they can, that now they're obsessed with going down to the Titanic in a submersible?
I mean, I think first of all, there are no ethical billionaires. I think there's a point of wealth that you get to once you're in that, sometimes I like when people break down comparisons of what wealth is so we can understand the difference between $1 million and $1 billion and how it's if you something about days and time, they broke it down and one was 11 minutes and one was 11 years to show the difference.
Mm-hmm.
I think you get to that point and your brain change, your brain is different. You just change and become
I think they're saying, okay, if you were to make $1 every second, it would take you 31 years to become a billionaire.
Yeah.
I think how many seconds are in a day and then times up by years.
Is it 31 years? God, that seems short to me.
Years.
Wow. Compared because of how, but I guess it's every second. You're right.
Every second of every day for 31 years.
Well, there's 929,600 minutes in a year. So then times that by 60. So that's okay. That's tracking for me. Did anyone catch the Rent reference there?
9,600 minutes, 525,000 moments of deep.
I don't know. Raleigh's rolling her eyes right now.
Okay, I don't know. I know I should know it because I've only listened to that 1,000 times.
It was us, Angel.
What would disrespectfully watch and talk about Biggest Loser fit for TV?
Let's talk about it. Did that not blow your mind?
Yeah, the whole thing. It was sad. But also again, so much I didn't know because I didn't really watch it. I remember it being so massive and people were tuning in to see the transformation reveals and everything, but I didn't really get into it back then.
We were a Biggest Loser family. We ate that shit up just with Move That Bus. What's that called? That's not Trading Places.
It was called
the guy with the tips.
Ty Pennington, is that his name?
Yeah.
Extreme makeover.
Extreme home
Extreme
makeover.
home makeover. I'm pretty sure that guy was a plant. Who the fuck was that guy? They put a Bob the Builder belt on him with his frosted
some
tips
highlights.
and his.
Yeah.
Your name was Ty. I don't know. It doesn't make
Okay,
sense.
I don't know where to begin with it, but if you're not familiar, a show that began in 2004 that ran for like 12 years had people who wanted to lose weight and a lot of weight come and compete in extreme conditions to lose weight. And it was hosted by Allison Sweeney, and the fitness coaches were Bob Harper and Jillian Michaels, who
Basement.
sucks. But yeah, so this was kind of like the dark side to it all, or like the truth behind the scenes. And like they had people that were from different seasons who won, come and share their experiences. And it was very polarizing, I thought. Like there wasn't an overwhelm, like a unanimous sort of like fuck this show sort of thing. Like some people are still extremely grateful for it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it was a hard watch for me. Like even like the first episode, and, and it totally there was different feedback. I think for the most part, everyone can agree that the way they were losing weight and how they were losing weight was unhealthy. Some of the things that shocked me, their goal. I mean, I think it probably depended on the person, but they were trying to lose like burn 6,000 to 8,000 calories a day. And I was like, that's not possible. But then I was like, wait, I guess if you're working out for 8 to 12 hours a day, and
which they were,
and you're in a calorie deficit, you can. But any reputable physician would say the amount they're losing week over week is not. No one is supposed to lose weight that fast. You're just not.
In order to like keep weight off and be successful and sustainable with it, it's like 1 to 2 pounds a week. And that is, yeah.
And there were people, and yes, obviously they were people that were larger and had weight to lose, but losing 30 pounds in a week is fucking mental.
Especially when they went from not being able to lose weight, having their caloric intake be a certain level, then they crash their metabolism.
Right.
Like, then that's what happens with any kind of like crash diet or fast or cleanse or anything like that. Like you can just like wreak havoc on your metabolism. And that's why you'll get, whether it's paralysis of your like gastric system or something like that when you're not eating enough or eating at times when you should be.
And then they just had these really uncouth challenges where they would like put them in a room with all this different food, like pizza and it was like they were called Temptations or whatever. So it's just looking at it from 30,000 feet. When I was younger, and mind you, there was so many problematic things in the early aughts, and we talk about this. Even when I watch those old movies back, I gasp at certain things.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit, like who allowed this to be made?
Mm-hmm.
And I was a kid when I was watching it, so I didn't really, even watching back in the first few minutes before they're explaining to me how it's bad, I was like, my hand was over my mouth. I was like, I cannot believe that this was something we did for entertainment, and pushing these people who, like the one woman who basically, I don't know if we call it a stroke, but the running challenge where they were like,
they had to run a mile on a beach in the heat, and
before the show even started. So it was like, this is to earn your spot. Like the last person isn't going to be on the show or something. And she collapsed and had to be airlifted. And essentially, I think she died for a few minutes. Like her heart stopped or something.
Yeah.
And I think she still did the show. But I mean, that is just so cruel. And to put someone whose body is not used to that in that position is so unethical.
Yeah. I mean, there were so many dehumanizing elements to that show, like the way they would speak to them. I don't like those types of classes and those types of trainers who use yelling as a technique. I think that is lowbrow, but I was
just about to ask you about that. That pisses me off.
I hate it.
I have the opposite reaction.
I'm like that woman like Joelle that's like, don't fucking talk to me like that. Like,
I will sit on the fucking ground if Barry's boot camp if you shout at me. I'm not doing anything. Like you don't motivate me. They're like, come on, anyone can do anything for a minute. No, the fuck I can't. What are you talking about?
I do whatever the fuck I want for as many minutes as I please. Like, don't tell me.
Yeah, but also, like, have you ever sat on a hot grill? You think you can do that for a minute? Shut the fuck up. That's not true. So,
it's not true.
And sometimes it's how it feels when you're working out. And I think collectively, as a people, we should listen to our bodies. So if my body is telling me I can't do this, I understand you're trying to motivate me, but this is not the way.
Yeah, trust that I'll bring myself to the absolute brink. Some people, but some people think like you got to push through that. No, I don't. I think that's how injury happens.
Well,
sure.
I think that they said the name of it, but there's this syndrome that is synonymous with, what is that culty workout thing that's like the really hardcore
CrossFit?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's called, I'm gonna butcher it. It's called like rabatosis or it's something with an R.
Okay.
But it's a type of things. It basically ends up having muscle failure. You kill your muscles because you overdo it. and these people end up with serious injuries, and you're pretty sure you can die from it, but it makes your muscles bloat, like expand all this crazy shit. And in CrossFit, they have a mascot for it. It's Rabato the clown, or it's something the clown, whatever the disease is. And so I think that they mention it in the documentary, and I recognize it because I remember I had a friend that did CrossFit and was like telling me about it. So I'm like, that's not good if this is associated with what we're doing.
And it's also wild to me, like how much they didn't push the network or any sponsor or anything to provide aftercare for the contestants, because again, they were losing 260 pounds in 6 months, which is insane. And to not have any type of like program or any kind of coaching set up for them afterwards to help maintain and continue the lifestyle just feels like really negligent. I don't know. I didn't like that.
No, I didn't either. And I couldn't believe, funny that you say the 6 month thing, because just from knowing what we know about reality shows, I feel like most reality shows exist in a 4-week to like 3-month production pipeline. 6 months is a very fucking long time. That is when we're talking about that, and especially when you're doing all these physical activities and they're having them work out every day, that is so crazy. If you're someone who's serious about wellness like I am, but tired of bloated promises, bitter blends, meet your new foundational habit.
Live It Up Sweet Greens helps fill in nutritional gaps. It contains more than 20 superfoods from organic vegetables and natural ingredients, all traceable, nutritionist designed, and third-party tested.
Live It Up has become a quick and easy way for me to stay on top of my health. It's made to promote gut health, support your immune system, and provide you with natural energy you can actually feel, all without fillers or artificial ingredients. For me, it's become a cornerstone of my morning ritual.
Live It Up Super Greens is an all-natural blend of over 20 superfoods formulated with organic vegetables, probiotics, digestive enzymes, and naturally derived ingredients that, hot girl tummies just love so much. Just 1 scoop a day can promote gut health, support your immune system, and give you that feel-good energy that you can count on.
It's designed by nutritionists, third-party tested for purity, and made to be easy on your tum-tum. No grassy taste or chalky texture. Mix it in water, milk, or a smoothie and make it a healthy habit you look forward to. You'd never believe a green drink tastes this good.
If you haven't mixed Super Greens into your routine, Live It Up is a must-add. It tastes so much better than the others and is way more affordable. Live It Up Super Greens offers a premium quality without the premium price. It's one of the most affordable ways to support your health daily.
It's a small habit, but it has a ripple effect. 96% of people who take Super Greens daily say it helped them increase their daily intake of vegetables and help them feel healthier. And because it's free from sugar, dairy, gluten, and anything artificial, it's something you can feel good about taking every day.
Live It Up is offering you 15% off your first order, including subscriptions, with code DISRESPECTFULLY, plus shipping's always free.
Head to liveitup.com/disrespectfully and use code disrespectfully at 15% off your first Super Greens order. These statements have not been yet evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Listen, a lot of people struggle with vaping and nicotine addictions.
I'm covering my ears. 1 minute, you're curiously checking out the mango-flavored USB cartridge from your friend, and the next, you're chain vaping in a public bathroom stall, just trying to get through the workday.
We've all been there, but on a journey to creating a better and healthier lifestyle for yourself, one of the hardest things to do is quitting or even just cutting back on vaping.
Quitting nicotine isn't just about cravings, it's a lifestyle shift. You don't want to ditch your morning coffee routine, late night hangs, or going out with friends just because you're battling cravings. Jones gets that.
With discreet, great-tasting nicotine mints, pop a mint when everyone else steps out for a smoke break. That way you can have fresh breath and still be part of the crew.
Craving? Open the app and play Quiddle, a 1-minute game proven to take your mind off the urge. Get or give advice with 10,000 other quitters on the app. Cravings pass in about 60 seconds. With Jones, you write it out without ghosting your friends.
Digital support alone can boost quit rates by 40%. Add nicotine replacement therapy, or NRT, and that jumps up to 50 to 60%. Jones treats quitting like a team sport, not detention.
All you have to do is take a Jones quiz. A quick 1-minute quiz helps you find the right mint strength, 2 milligram or 4 milligram, using the same model doctors use.
Have a craving? Take a mint. Let the mint dissolve between your gum and cheek when cravings hit. Do not chew it. Use as cravings come up. Jones recommends a structured schedule to quit for good.
The app helps you log usage, build streaks, and stay motivated. Plus, get daily text tips and support along the way. Simple, smart, supportive.
If you're ready to take a step towards quitting or even just cutting back, check out Quit with Jones. Visit quitwithjones.com/disrespectfully to take the free quiz and get $10 off your personalized quitting journey.
That's quitwithjones.com/disrespectfully. Your journey starts now. Thanks to Quit with Jones for sponsoring this episode. Just a heads up, the mints contain nicotine, which is an addictive chemical. Jones is FDA approved and available for those that are 18 and older. Can we please talk about the trainers?
Yeah.
I know he participated, but I think he still says like,
Which
he
one,
stands.
Bob?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bob stands by what he says and did. And it wasn't until he himself had a heart attack that he was then able to have compassion and empathy for the people that were on the show. And it's kind of like we talk about, I'm not saying this just because he's a man, but you know how men are like, they do ayahuasca and then they're like, they understand things that women felt at 13. I'm like, how could you not have already had compassion for these people and what they're going through?
I think he did, but I don't think it was only so deep.
Well,
I think he's better than Jillian Michaels.
He is, but I was surprised I don't know. I thought he was going to say, yeah, I look back at it now and I'm horrified by the whole thing, but he really stands by it. But Jillian Michaels, let's talk about her.
Basement. A stain. She just, I just remember from what I did remember the show and what I knew about her and everything, that she just always seemed just that bitch, you know, not in a good way, but like, I just was like, I don't like her energy. I don't like what she represents. I don't like the yelling. I don't like the aggressiveness. She's just one of those people that just loves to like yell at people, period. Like at the restaurant, she's going to yell at the waiter.
Totally.
At the dry cleaner, she's going to yell at them. Like anywhere you go, she just is going to feel like this entitlement and want to yell. And then she justifies it to the people that she's coaching. Like, well, I yelled, but then you did it.
Yeah.
But you did it.
Yeah.
So it's like, it worked. It's like, that's like a kind of abuse.
Yeah.
To sort of gaslight someone into thinking that, you know.
This was effective because
it worked. You
right.
liked it at the end because they actually listened. It's like, no, it's not accurate at all. She sucks.
She sucks, and she still sucks. Current day, I saw her on some news panel. It's so problematic and racist that the entire, and it suits her. It made sense for me hearing that, and I was just like, you are so gross. And she's now suing, I think possibly that other trainer, Netflix or whatever. But babe, they have you on tape. You have to be able to prove that it wasn't true, and they can just run the tape in court.
No one was coming on there like definitively saying like Jillian Michaels was the reason why the show sucked and she did this and she did that. Like, they're just playing old footage. I don't think anyone, like, the only person that said anything that was like, ooh, was when Bob says she was the only one that didn't call him after his heart attack. But other than that, like, it was just kind of speaking for herself. They did talk about contestants that she was training. She gave them caffeine pills because she thought it was better than having like coffee.
Okay, so
she admitted to that on the show. So it's like, again, they're not revealing anything. None of it was like new information about her specifically.
Okay, wait, I was confused about that. So she got in trouble on the show. Didn't the contestants get penalized or something?
Yeah.
So it happened. So you admit that was a thing at the time when it was on. So why are you now suing, saying that, but you talked about it?
I feel like it's just like an optics thing to try to intimidate and show that you don't support something, or try to like discredit it by suing, even though it probably won't go through and it won't work, but she'll try. What a waste of money.
Yeah, it's just Loserville, but I thought the documentary was really well done, and you should watch it if you haven't, because I don't know, there's just so many things like that hindsight is 2020, I'm aware, but it was just a really interesting look back. And I mean, I feel for all of those people and what they went through, and I really love when we get to hear directly from the person that was impacted by the experience. So it was really nice to hear from some of the contestants and what they experienced.
And just where they are today. And after I look back, I mean, I feel bad for that one guy who he's like now gained even more weight before, but he's happy.
Yeah.
As long as he's taking care of himself.
Yeah.
Which,
but
worrisome, but
to your point, it just wasn't sustainable long term. And the aftercare of it all, to put someone through such an extreme transformation and just be like, I wash my hands of this. I mean, anyone will, again, when doctors are talking about like the safe way to lose weight, there's a long-term plan and roadmap to be able to do that. To implement these changes in your life long term, there needs to be a plan, and to just go from so much to nothing when people get back into their normal lives, so they don't have 8 hours a day to work out. Who the fuck is able to do that? That's crazy.
And then they have like, you know, the temptation or whatever all around them, and it's just without the mental support, be like not just physical but the mental as well. I think is difficult.
Well, also, I don't know that they really talked about this, and I say all the time, not a doctor, but I'm pretty sure in terms of trigger warning with eating disorders, but in terms of the type that there are, one of them is excessive working out. That is classified as an eating disorder. It doesn't even have to directly do with food, but they were kind of putting them into a disordered eating situation even in of itself because it's obviously controlled and they're giving them really limited food. But then that kind of working out, like that's just not normal, not good for anyone. And also like I could not run a mile in under 10 minutes to save my fucking life. And
on a beach.
And I walk a lot and I do Pilates. I'm like, I couldn't imagine someone just screaming in my face when you've been working out all day, having to do on a beach in the heat.
In the heat.
The amount of complaining
that I would
that would come from
everyone's on that beach problem.
It would be the dolphins in the ocean would be chatting about it later because I would not shut the fuck up. Like the strength of those people is incredible.
One of my favorite things to do while working out is complain.
Oh yeah.
And
you've heard me.
You've heard me. So yeah, no, I think it's admirable what they were able to accomplish through doing that, but like yikes. It's just in those conditions and just having it be treated like a boot camp every day for hours is crazy.
Please go watch that. Tell us your thoughts.
It.
This is a quick segue because I was thinking about you every single one of these videos I saw. So Burning Man 2025 is just starting. You haven't seen these?
Off to a rough start, I'd say.
So there was a documentary that came out in like, Allison, love you so much. Can you please look this up? It was like 2015. It's a Burning Man documentary and it was about the founders. And I watched this like 10 years ago, okay?
Wow.
So it was a really cool initial mission and what they wanted to accomplish and what they were looking for and what the burn actually was. And these people, is the word hippie offensive? I don't know anymore, but like they were free spirits. They're free spirits and what they, this bartering system. If you don't know at Burning Man, you cannot pay for anything. You bring all the supplies you need and you bring things to barter. So it's supposed to foster a sense of community and was really this beautiful thing. And it has strayed so far from that path.
I think it's rich that like there is that system or that sense of community with the bartering or like, what can I give to you and you can give back to me? But in the real world, these same people are greedy as fuck.
Well, here's the thing. You know who ruined it? Billionaires.
Well, that's what I mean, yeah.
I saw a video yesterday that this guy I've been following his journey with like doing the build, like because they bring this city into it's called the Playa. They bring the city in and then the whole thing is you're supposed to take everything out. But there's been a lot of moop in the last few years, which is something objects out of place. What is the M? I don't know, but some burner will tell you. And I'm not just trying to knock it because they're all, everyone's kind of like a burner's a specific type of person. Like I do Coachella every year. I get it. But the video was of a private jet landing. It was Channing Tatum's. And they were like, oh, the first jet of the year is here. And they created a little airport. And then when it took off, the Playa is a very specific type of silt. Because I think it was last year we were discussing this when it got a heavy rain. So it turns to sludge. Everyone's cars got stuck. Like they could not get out. So watching it take off and everything. And I was just like, something did not sit right in my soul about that. Like the first private jet of however many that are going to come. I don't think the founders necessarily had that in mind.
I don't know. I mean, as many times as people have like explained and described Burning Man to me, there was a time where I was like, okay, well, like maybe, but like, I just like, that is so far from anything I'm interested in.
Allison, did you find the documentary name?
Spark, a Burning Man Story, 2013.
It's probably that one. Hold on. What is Moop?
My friend was at the Burning Man where everyone got trapped. And she texted us. She was like, hey guys, my phone's about to die. People are having a really hard time getting out, but I'll talk to you in like a few days. And obviously she's fine, but she had to like trudge through the silt in like with like plastic bags on her feet.
Yeah, I saw people
crazy.
trying to go to in like the outhouses and they had like bags over their feet. And I was just
people
like, this is
abandoned
so Mad
their setups and like it was a mess.
Oh, you guys, Moop is matter out of place. I know someone was at home shouting at me when I was trying to figure it out. So this year though, in addition to that just like really was unsettling for me. And then they're having the most horrendous whiteout they've had in the history of Burning Man right now. So last year the rain came. It's like the fucking plagues. It's like the last year the rain came. This year's the whiteout. People are trying to set up and you cannot see 2 feet in front of you. They're having to have their full setup to protect their airway and their eyes. And when you're trying to set up camp, imagine doing that in a hot dust storm. Also, the Playa is about 100 degrees right now. I just thought of you the whole time I was watching these because I was like, fuck, Katie would hate this so much. There was a time that I thought about I was going to do it, but it was around that time, like 2016, 17, 18. I was like, I would do it. Now you couldn't fucking pay me.
I know, because I remember Courtney Berman would talk about it, and she like romanticized the fuck out of it. So I was like, that actually sounds like kind of nice, but I love being comfortable. I love having my conveniences. I love all of that. Sorry. Well, I don't feel like I don't want to deal with like this. And the possibility of that happening is too high.
Well, also, hello, Coachella, we have dust storms at night, but they're nothing compared to what that looks like.
And you're fine inside your Airbnb.
And also, I can on foot. It takes a long time, but the Airbnb we stay, it's very expensive because it's really close to the festival. So walking in and out of the festival takes forever, but we can on foot. I am in control of being able to get home. And you know what I get home to? Air conditioning, shower, Gatorade, food, shelter, new clothes, no sand. It's such a different thing. I get to be there for 12 hours and it's a long 12 hours and it's really fun, but you're exhausted. And then I get to reset. And you know what we do? We get IVs. We get IVs in the morning. We lay by the pool.
I'm sure someone's doing IVs out in the desert on the playa. And a lot of people do come out there with like a Winnebago or an RV. There's a Winnebago a thing still.
Tell me I know what it is. What is it?
It's like a camper.
Okay.
Of sorts, you know.
What separates it? What
I
makes
don't
it?
know.
Okay.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Let's Google it.
Let's give it a Goog. Winnebago.
Yeah, you Google it and show me.
They're like more like little like RV.
Yeah.
It's like this.
Yeah.
Not like that. That's a good tour bus.
Also, do you know what? I don't think because I don't remember reading a bunch of them, but if you have Burning Man stories, good, bad, or ugly, we want to hear about it. I'm curious about other people's firsthand accounts.
I want to know, like, I'm just curious because I mean, people, when they explain it and they're like, oh yeah, there's like music and you ride around on a bike. I'm like, okay, but like, what do you do all day? You just like go hang out and talk to people? That's my nightmare.
Totally. Like, maybe they don't move as much during the day because it's so hot, and you have to bicycle everywhere. That's fun for like an afternoon.
At your like little camp that you set up, you can like you have like your little community of people, so you can like have like little things. Like they'll have like yoga, or they'll have like a particular like lunch that they're doing for people. But like, how the fuck do you find this out?
And let's be clear, lots of people are just mostly doing acid. I'm like, you know what? I think there are people who go there sober and they do the wellness stuff. I saw a video about that. I was like, that's cool. But yeah, also like your deep spiritual meaning. Well, yeah, I could find that too if I'm licking a little stamp. You see your insides. I don't know.
Having some mushrooms and taking a little stroll around Disneyland will do the same thing for your soul.
110%. Not that we do that.
I don't do that. But I heard about it.
Doesn't sound like us. I've heard about it too.
Allegedly, that's
Reddit.
Yeah, allegedly that would be the same thing.
Doesn't sound like us. What I was gonna say is I do think part of it is the mega wealthy influencer culture. But honestly, I've seen that shift even at Coachella for the last few years where it's been, it's like Coachella is a breeding ground for some of the worst people alive. And I'm aware of that fact. And people, if you're going, I'm sure a lot of people who don't go from home who are watching are like assuming everyone there is like that. But even in that way, like going back to the moop of it all, I just think that it's kind of what's happening right now in general is these events and things are changing so much because of like influencer type culture.
And Coachella changed to that in like 2010. It's been like that.
It's been, but I'm saying like progressively,
the first year I went in 2007, it was like unrecognizable compared to what it is today.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I mean, I still have Coachella, but I'm just saying apples and oranges, but Burning Man, I just think the core values that the festival was started with. And when we're saying people are having these life-changing transformative experiences outside of drugs and just like a really special thing. And, you get what you give there. I think there should be a vetting process to like who is admitted entrance into Burning Man and not just about like the money. I think we should be doing that for people to have children too.
Oh yeah. Because I just feel like the whole purpose of Burning Man is the ethos is, community, coming together, helping each other out. Like people who in their everyday life don't even come close to that shouldn't be able to go and experience something like that. Just my thoughts.
Totally.
I just clearly not helping them. They don't take those practices home and start being more generous people in their own communities. No, they're like, I know how I'm going to make $1 billion this year, which is disgusting.
Disgusting. That's so crazy.
But that's the purpose of going to Burning Man is like, how can I enrich myself, me.
Totally. And I think that also the people who were first, out there, I'm sure there was always wealthy people going, but bringing all their own things. But if you're a hyper wealthy person, you're having all of that brought in for you and set up, and you're not doing any of the real work that it takes to like get the core fundamental, what it was starting out as experience.
Mm-mm.
Anywho, good luck to those people though. I'm curious if the whiteout is going to continue and just be so scary looking. I mean, you would hate it. I was watching it like short of breath.
Are you friends with Lauren Chavez? She used to work at Sir. She's kind of still around a bit.
I know her.
She's there. So I'm following her journey and
really?
I'm just like.
Does she look like she's having a good time?
I mean, so far, I think they finally made it out there like yesterday. I think they waited out before going in. That's my look into the
I'd also
burn this year.
I'd also say Burning Man is the biggest loser of festivals in terms of the length. It's a week. So Coachella is 3 days and it is by the third fucking day, I'm done. It's D&D for 48 hours. I cannot do any more. My voice is gone. Your body fucking hurts. Your feet are fucked up.
I can't do 3 days of anything.
It is a week. A week. Imagine doing that for a week. And also taking care of your feet, as per that one guy in Forrest Gump, is so important when you're, really out there. If you fuck up your feet, especially on the first day, you're so worried. Like, Raleigh. It's such a nightmare. So those people just having to like really take care of that and sustain it for a week, and watching something was going on. People had bags on their feet. I watched them going into a porta potty. I don't like a porta potty in really good conditions. Yeah. I have like a phobia of porta potties. Ugh. Just cooking out there in sandy.
I went into a porta potty before we went to go see Oasis. We went to this beer garden and it was like this big back area, like near Wembley. And they had porta potties out there. And I was like, I gotta go. I had just drank 3 beers. I needed to, really. This smell I smelled was probably one of the, I've never smelled a dead body, but holy shit. It stuck inside my nose for like 5 minutes after.
Why, when smells get stuck in our nose, is it never like lilacs? It's never something good. When it gets stuck in your nose, it's something horrifying that you wish you could forget.
Except baked cookies. They'll stay in my nose.
Oh, okay, good. I can remember them, but I feel like it never stays.
Speaking of smells, I saw something the other day and it was said that apple cider or apple cinnamon is far superior of the fall scents compared to like pumpkin spice. And I agree.
Absolutely. Okay, I don't know why there's a stigma when you're not smelling super fresh, not super crispy. If you're a person with a vagina, you have experienced odor and unpleasant discharge.
Just different, varying degrees of discharge. It's wild what happens down there. It's like
every day it's an amusement park. You never know what you're going to get.
Baskin Robbins. Yeah. 31 flavors.
Yeah, absolutely. And so we should be talking about it more.
Absolutely.
And sometimes like things get out of whack, but luckily there's OPositiv. OPositiv is a women's health company that offers a range of symptom targeting supplements that support women at every stage of life, from their first period to well beyond their last. They create real, tangible results with ingredients that are backed by clinical studies and shaped by board-certified doctors.
OPositiv is committed to breaking down stigmas and addressing issues many women experience: hormone health, vaginal health, menopause, and so much more. Their Euro is a probiotic blend specifically formulated to support vaginal health by balancing healthy vaginal pH, supporting healthy vaginal smell, and maintaining healthy vaginal flora.
Eurovaginal Probiotic is a blend of 4 powerful strains of lactobacillus probiotics backed by research showing these strains support healthy vaginal odor, vaginal pH, and vaginal flora. In addition, Euro contains prebiotics that increase the effectiveness of the probiotics, which is cool.
With just 2 capsules per day, Euro delivers noticeable benefits within 8 weeks. Many see results sooner, and so many customers talk about how the improvement in vaginal health led to greater confidence as well as better sex and intimacy. Hello.
Oh. Take care of your health and head to opositiv.com/DRF or enter DRF at checkout for 25% off your first purchase. That's OPOSITIV.com/DRF for 25% off.
Why did pumpkin spice become that girl of the fall?
I don't know. I think it probably started in like the 2012 era. So we really were talking about it. And then it went into like the Pinterest 2016 makeup situation. Like I associate pumpkin spice with those eyebrows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way people fucking get so horned up for a pumpkin spice latte when it is so mid. It's like, it is so just okay.
It is so mid. I have not had one.
Are people going to come for us?
Yes, absolutely. The pumpkin spice hive is going to freak the fuck out. It's like everyone can but also why is it so culty? Like if you don't like, you don't. I don't like pumpkin. I fucking hate pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin spice candle makes me want to vomit.
You like pumpkin pie, right?
Oh, I love pumpkin pie.
I fucking hate pumpkin pie. I don't like pumpkin things. I will have a pumpkin spice latte, but it's probably been 5 years.
I
One
like
a season.
chocolate chip pumpkin cookies.
Okay, those are good, but it's because of the chocolate in it for me. But people are having, I'm pretty sure it's already out, like pumpkin spice flavors at coffee places. And I'm like,
it's also 100 degrees, so it makes me want to throw up. But I just think apple cinnamon is just, I want something with that spice, feels warm, like that to me. Pumpkin spice can fuck off.
yeah. And also an apple cider never disappoints.
Oh, I love like a spiked apple cider.
Yeah. Wait, what were we a couple years ago at the Christmas thing? What was it an hot apple cider with booze? It was a boozy
I think it
drink.
had mezcal in it.
And but it was cider, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
And it warms every cell in your body.
Ooh,
Let me tell you, when you're cold and you're walking around looking at Christmas lights, holy fuck, I feel the spirit.
Have you ever done like a hot toddy with what?
I love a hot toddy.
Yeah, with cinnamon tea, apple cinnamon tea with like whiskey in it. Goes hard.
No, I haven't. But you know what? We don't talk about hot toddies enough as a people collectively. There was a time when I lived in Seattle with Courtney and Randy. Every fall season, because in Seattle the fall is amazing. It's so like quintessential fall. We'd all cozy up together and we'd make hot toddies, and it was just hot water, lemon, honey, and whiskey with a cinnamon stick in it.
Yeah.
So even just a classic is great.
Oh,
that's daddy list. I love a hot toddy.
There's this bar, shout out to No Name Saloon in Park City, Utah. They have like the rooftop, which is open all year. So last January, right after my birthday, when we were there, when we did the emo night in Park City, we sat up on No Name and just like played, like, what is that game? Where it's like 9 Busta Rhyme, 6 for Dicks. Like, what is that?
Oh my God.
Okay.
King's Cup.
Oh my God.
So we played King's Cup. Like someone had a game on their phone. So we went around the circle playing that and just drank hot toddies. It was so nice. It was cold out there, really cold, but you're drinking, keeping the blood warm.
I mean, I think in general, a hot toddy is daddy when it's cold out. But when you're skiing all day and you're ready for the lodge and you need a break, having a fucking hot toddy with the shitty lodge food in your like drying off and your under layers of your ski
like
stuff
a grilled
is like
cheese and tomato soup
is so peak living.
We should go to Utah
I really want to go skiing. I miss it.
I don't ski, but the thing is, I'll watch you.
Great.
I'll be at the lodge drinking by the fire pit. You come down. Then we have champagne at happy hour.
Oh, an après moment?
A nice
Please.
early dinner and then go to bed.
Absolutely.
Maybe a hot tub.
That sounds perfect. Oh, yes. Hot tub is mandatory in that scenario. Oh,
yeah.
We love that.
Well, okay. Now I'm glad that we're making plans for the winter. I feel like that's important.
It is important. Oh, wait. The Terrifier haunted house. I saw a video. Like the lights were on. They did a walkthrough of it. And I was like, I don't know, man. They said you get absolute. I think we've already said this, you get soaking wet in the bathroom. You got a little glimpse. I'm surprised they like showed people this. And I was just like, yeah, that's a particular.
I don't. And then they talked about the smell in the bathroom. There's like it smells like shit. Apparently,
no. They said it's the worst thing imaginable. So yeah, no, thank you. Maybe it's probably like your porta potty.
I don't. Maybe it's unpopular, but I am not a fan of haunted houses, like Halloween Horror Nights. To me, it's not fun to like want to be scared for sport like that. It doesn't thrill me. I don't think I can see the appeal to people, but I get that that's their thing. Whatever. I have my own things, but. There's nothing that screams fun about that to me.
Well, I like a classic, but I don't want to be wet. And I certainly don't want to feel like I'm actually in danger. Like it's funny and fun because it's like.
But I always, even walking around, even if you go to Halloween Horror Nights and you don't go into it, you still have people with like chainsaws coming up to your face. Like, get the fuck out of my face. I will beat you. Like, I don't want that. When I'm at an amusement park, I want it to be fun and joy and smiles. That's it. I don't want to be terrified about something coming up behind me and trying to scare the shit out of me.
Well, this is a little scary. So last sidebar and let's see the basement. I want to know your thoughts on, so in Just Like That ended and it's the Sex and the City spinoff. I think that it was a little abrupt for them. Like they did it to make the final episode because it wasn't doing well. But did you see SJP's comments about it? It gave me pause in the her and Kim Cattrall thing. I was like, are you the bad guy?
Wait, she was Jessica Parker?
Yeah.
I always thought she was though.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, I love her, but like
Look-
between that, I was always in the impression based on other people's opinions closer to that whole thing that it was very much she. Yeah.
Well, I think that Kim Cattrall was very protective of Samantha and her legacy. And I think her not signing on to do this show was one of the smartest, most incredible things. The whole show was a mess. I did not watch this last season. It was so cringe. It was too much. I cannot believe that it was even Darren Star working on it. But she was basically like, when she was getting feedback, the journalist was asking her, what do you think about what people, the criticisms they have? And she basically said, like, it's not my business to know. Like, I don't care what people have to say. She literally said, like, I don't, in some way, paraphrasing, I don't care. And I was just like, these comments about it are icky because this is a fan base that we deeply care about the original show. And there's really loyal people. So you should, if people are giving you constructive criticism, you should, as a artist and creator, be taking that into consideration.
That's like sort of the sentiment I've been seeing so much across, like even like the Bravo universe of like people getting frustrated because it'll be loud opinions that are just like not listened to a lot of the time, I feel like. So I think when there is such a rabid fan base, a huge like universe of people that you've created, you kind of have to.
Yeah.
You have to listen to them. Like they're the reason why you have money and success.
Yeah. I don't know. It was just so sad. I wish they had stopped after the movies.
I know.
I hate to see that ship go down. I just like, want to pretend it didn't happen.
Like we said, with anything that is nostalgic, like, yeah, for sure. A lot of their previous episodes and seasons were problematic, would never fly today. Absolutely. But when you take it so far the other direction to the point where it's unrecognizable, that's not good either. So
No, it was just not it. So let's lay her to rest.
yeah.
Anywho, who is in your basement?
I have another like neighbor issue.
Oh God.
I mean, just in general, this is sort of thing like, why can't people mind their business? You know? And we see that people can't because people get their phones out and start filming people that they feel like don't belong. And it's like, well, how do you know that? Okay, so I had this issue where Nick was having his he just got a new car, so he needed them to come fix the door. The back passenger door like wouldn't open, or the handle. He was having an issue with the handle, so they came into the garage and he pulled into like a guest spot so that way he could open up so the guy could get to it. He couldn't get to his car where it was parked. He calls us. He's nearly done. He's there for maybe an hour. He's nearly done. He calls us. He said, yeah, I got a lady down here who's like filming me and demanding I tell her my name and like what's going. So we go down there. Sure enough, there's a neighbor who I've never met or seen. I mean, the people I see on a regular basis, like people live directly across from me. Yeah, I've spoken to them. We are aware of who each other are, the people that park next to me, but not everyone in the building. There's like 4 floors. Like, I don't know everybody. And that should be the consensus across the board, you think? That, like, if it's not your property and no one's fucking with your shit, like, leave it alone. She could not get her reasoning straight as to why she was yelling at this poor man. His car said, the car he's got, a service car. He was also wearing a uniform. It couldn't have been more clear what was going on, but she was just like, you can't do this. I'm like, why? So if you need your car to be tire changed or windshield replaced, you're supposed to, what are you going to do with it? I'm like, there's nowhere to do this on the street. She goes, I know, but it's just, I don't know who this car is. I don't know. I'm like, well, for one thing, it's a new car. And second of all, do you know what kind of car I drive?
Yeah.
She's like, no. And I'm like, exactly. And I'm sorry, what's your name? I've never met you. I introduced myself. And then she's trying to say that, well, this car, I thought maybe it could be someone that lives in another building nearby who knew the code and coming in here. I'm like, ma'am, that makes zero sense.
That's paranoid.
That is so fucking like
not
far off. It's not it. And then she goes, well, you can't have electric vehicles here. And I'm like, you have an electric vehicle. There's one over there. There's one over there. I'm like, yeah, well, there's not a charging thing, but he's not charging it. And then she kept moving her point across the board and just wasn't, I'm like, your logic is sick. She goes, no, we just have different perspectives. I'm like, no, you can't. It's what it sounds like is you're profiling this person.
Yes, absolutely.
Before we got done, she was asking him if he was lighting fires, if he was lighting a fire.
I wasn't going to, but I can.
It was such a gross display, and I hope I don't run into her again. But like, I knew exactly what was happening, and I felt so terrible for this man. And this guy's like, unfortunately, it's happened before. I got punched in the back of the head while I was changing a wheel out because someone thought I was. Like, again, when it says service car, you just 1 + 1. That's it. It's really easy math.
Well,
to not be an asshole.
I've been seeing so many more of these videos of it's the Karen of it all that people think they have moral high ground and to be some type of authority figure recording people just because they've never seen, like, do you live here? Tell me where you live? And like getting in people's faces. And I'm like, that is so, I can't imagine being, and yeah, be vigilant, look out for each other in the
Yeah,
community.
there's a difference between being a good neighbor and
a big fucking difference.
And thinking something is really off than terrorizing the car serviceman.
Yes, absolutely.
Like, that is not what you were doing, and you couldn't keep your fucking story straight. You're a piece of trash. Like, again, this wasn't your property. It wasn't your car. It was someone else's car, and it was so clearly, again, obvious what he was doing. It doesn't look like he was breaking in. It wasn't like, I could not for the life of me understand what she could have possibly seen from that. But like, I just, like, please mind your fucking business. I was told her, I was like, oh, there was a car that was parked in this guest spot for 3 weeks. Same car filled with trash. I don't know whose car, how it was in there, why it was in there, but like, I just noticed because it kept bothering me because the guest spots are also close to each other and it was parked in a way that no one could park next to it. So it was taking up space. That's why I noticed it. But yeah, it was filled with trash. I'm like, that to me was more suspicious than somebody clearly doing a job right now. Anyway, that's my basement.
That's a good one.
Thanks.
I think I only have one. Actually, you know what? I'm going to stick another one on there because I did it this morning. Which is why I had a fucking incident. You know, when you're putting mascara on and you blink really hard and you touch it and it, first of all, puts on way too much product. And then it also is on your upper and lower face. That's what happened to me today. And I just looked in the mirror like a raccoon and I was like, motherfucker, it's the last step in my routine.
I know it's always the last step. And I'm like, sometimes I like have to take a break before I do mascara because I'm so tired
you're exhausted. No, 100%. I actually didn't have mascara on and I was like brushing my teeth and doing my thing because I needed a second. And then I was like, imagine if I walked out of this house without mascara on. So there's that. And then the guy who punched a woman at the Rose Bowl, by the time you hear this, maybe it'll be a week and a half ago, they were at the Rufus Du Sol concert in Los Angeles at the Rose Bowl. What had happened was, I mean, it's never okay to have any kind of violence, but the only interaction they had is this girl was with her fiance. They accidentally spilled a little bit of drink on the girl that was with the guy that punched. And thank God they found him. They did find him. Because thank God there was a video of it. So they had this interaction. He was really pissed and they apologized profusely. They were like, I'm sorry, didn't mean to do that, whatever. And they thought it was over. 30 minutes later, he comes back and is fucking screaming it. And looks like a big guy. Mm-hmm. He knocked her unconscious. And people, I know everyone was shocked and whatever, but people are like standing around watching this. He knocked her unconscious. He still like ran around. Everyone was screaming, get out of here. She's on the floor like this. Her head is tilted over. It was so scary, so disgusting. And then he ran off and luckily the internet, including Rufus Du Sol, posted it and was like, you guys help us find these people. We're not okay with this at our shows. And there were a lot of safety issues that night of people being where they shouldn't have been and in the exits and whatever. Anyway, fuck that guy for hitting anyone, but particular woman that's half your size. Mm-hmm. You fucking punk and you coward. And so glad they found him.
I didn't know that was the update, but thank God.
Yep, they found him.
Arrest him or what did they do?
Yeah, absolutely. So goodbye. Nice. Love that. I love that. I had posted it on my story. It was only a grainy like splice of the video and was just like, hey, do you know this loser? Who is this?
People are so like people's show etiquettes and everything and how to conduct themselves and just understand that it is what it is. Like remember when we went to Corn and we were squeezing by the people because they wouldn't move their legs so we could get by, like really simple thing to do. So my drink spilled a little bit on this guy's pants, and the entire time he was aggressively, he got out every little napkin he could and was wiping off this like tiny little wet spot on his leg. And again, I felt so bad because of course, like if someone spills on you, but like again, it's kind of your fault because you wouldn't let me by.
And that's life.
Yeah, and also like, listen, you're at a show, those things happen, people in close quarters, like get a grip. The message this week is get a grip.
Get a grip, and maybe some of you need to attend Mind Your Beeswax You. Mm-hmm. Okay?
Mind your business.
Mind your business. Well, I think that's the show.
Well, I think we'll end it there.
Okay, great. Well, love you so much.
Love you so much.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Babe, you're going to see the power of women. Like, disrespectfully.